This is Billy the Weather Guy live. Well, we have a major storm going to happen. Well, it's happening now, but it's going to get to us very soon. So let's just get right into the weather. This is Billy the Weather Guy. Happy fall, y'all. Winter Storm Avery is the name of the storm that just occurred. So it caused lots of issues. First of all, thousands of flights were canceled. And sono un zio. Una ragazza. Well, that has been your 7-day forecast. Now it's time for your fall forecast. Stay safe. Okay, so now let's discuss the storm, but first we look at the temperature right now. It's 32 degrees. It is cloudy. We had some snow last night. It was like nothing, So, some of it melted, but we're going to get a lot more soon. So don't think that was the storm. It was not actually. So where the storm is currently, as you can see on the radar, it is over. It's west of us, if the website wants to cooperate. There we go. Oh, no. All right, so there's the storm, as you see, moving. It's moving towards the east. It's eventually going to get to us. That will be tomorrow afternoon, around 4 o'clock. It should start snowing to about midnight, and then it changes over to rain, and with the changeover brings ice. So we are in the bullseye of the most amount of ice that you can expect out of this storm. So the winter storm warning is in effect currently. It is saying 6 to 10 inches, and ice will be around 1/10 of an inch. So be careful. This alert is in effect until tomorrow, Sunday at 6 o'clock. And it's in effect from noon. So it starts tomorrow at noon. So be aware of that. So let's see what this is about.
This is exactly why we try to tell people stay off the roads during winter weather, ice and snow. It is so dangerous out there. And we now have our system that's going to be moving coast to coast. This is far from being just a California story. Let's walk you through the timing on Winter Storm Harper, beginning with Friday early in the morning. We have this pit stop here where we pause the maps. Friday, just after dinner time, we've got icing through major places like Kansas City and St. Louis. We'll move through the Ohio Valley. Now we've arrived at Saturday afternoon, and we've got icing potentially down towards the nation's capital. And then onward there, we continue to see this marching through the Northeast, dropping quite a bit of ice and snow. Now, the timing on all of this is still going to be adjusted a lot, so you need to come back several times between now and Sunday if you live here or planning on living here. Probability of ice through Sunday looks like this. If you're in the darker pink, not only you're talking ice, but a higher possibility of power outages. And some of the snowfall totals across the Northeast, guys, could be very impressive between now and early next week.
Okay, so these are where the alerts are in effect all over. The storm will move in, as I said, tomorrow afternoon, 4 o'clock for us specifically. But here's where the highest amounts are expected. They are in the mountains. About 2 to 3 feet is possible in some locations, not many. Most are expecting around a foot to 18 inches. And here's the ice. It's very likely we'll get 1/10 of an inch or more. And that doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a lot because it really can cause damage. So could be a minute. Yeah, that's code for hours. So also I've seen on here that this is what happened. Southwest Flight 1643 slid off the runway after landing in Omaha. As you remember, the radar, it's over in that area. So, that storm is going to come to us. So New York Governor Andrew Cuomo issued a warning to residents about Winter Storm Harper. Yes, I forgot to mention the name of the storm is Harper. And another thing I forgot to mention, this is a great segue, is my shirt does say severe weather alert. You can't really see it. It also says Blade underneath. That's a shout out to my friend. Thank you for giving me that as a Christmas present. So back to the weather. So the timing of that, if you want to know, is 2:05. This happened in local time, according to Omaha World Herald. Freezing drizzle was falling. Yeah, freezing drizzle was falling at the time that happened. And that's how it slid off the runway. See, that little amount of ice caused the plane to slid a little, slide, right? Slide, because that happened in the past. So, yeah, very careful. And let's see what this is. Okay, South Dakota. This isn't our first winter. Early this morning, a driver tried to pass a snowplow and collided with the wing blade in a white out. Now we have one less truck to clear the road. Poor driving decisions affect us all. Yeah, they're working hard. Yeah. All right, let's see what's going on more specifically in New York. We have on Wednesday, Andrew Cuomo released a statement warning residents to be cautious and ready for the incoming storm. So it says here, while New Yorkers are no strangers to snow, I am urging everyone to be cautious over the next several days, as current forecasts are calling for the most significant snowfall so far this winter. Cuomo said in the release, all of the New York transportation and public safety agencies are monitoring these storms closely and are prepared to immediately assist any communities that need help. So hopefully, we'll go a lot smoother this time than the last storm that happened not too long ago. It was a bit more messy, and that was like less snow. I think New York is expecting like 3 to 5 inches though, so it shouldn't be too bad. But up farther north, it's going to be a mess. And don't forget, there could be some snow falling in New York City, actually, so that could be an issue. So the state is prepared to respond with 1,580 large plow trucks, 50 tow plows, 324 large loaders, 40. So they have a lot of stuff, basically, so they're prepared. So it says here, New York City officials, they are planning for the worst case scenario, which is the way to go, and not leaving any chance in the face of some unpredictable weather. So lots of places are preparing for this. And speaking of New York City, why don't we go a little bit more specific?
Your forecast changes drastically starting on Saturday afternoon. Your wind chill values in the 20 to 30 degree range, which is definitely a lot less extreme than the blustery single-digit wind chill values you'll have by Sunday night. But so much of a story going on in between now and then. Look at this rain, snow, and ice mixture. Look at those winds, and look at that dividing line. I mean, it is just not that far apart. And unfortunately, we're going to be going into freezing Rainville, okay? A place that nobody wants to go. We're talking about some places that'll still be dealing with ice well after the exit of Winter Storm Harper. Probability of ice, you are shaded in pink, which means you're getting it. It's just a matter of how much. The darker shaded pink means you're going to be getting more. And then this mixture of snow, sleet, and freezing rain, you got a lot of problems and a lot to watch for through Sunday.
All right, so we had that just happened. That well, storm is about to happen. So we have power outages that are possible with this storm. To remember, the ice is the big factor in that. So let's look at this. So we have the snow going on tomorrow. It's going to start up again. It now changed to more like 5 o'clock, and around midnight is when it starts, around closer to 1 a.m. actually. It changes to a mix We get some rain, and a little bit later we get some ice. That is a recipe for a disaster. So, and it looks like it's all done by around Sunday, 10 a.m., 11, Sunday morning. So, yeah. Um, and also remember traveling could be a nightmare, right? If you have to travel anywhere, the airports will be a
We have
mess.
huge travel concerns for Winter Storm Harper, but clearly for the folks who work at the airport, gosh, they are such hard workers. This is not their first rodeo, and they've been doing a lot of preparations in advance to prepare for this. Now, a lot of airlines have waived their date change fees, so you could fly next week. And here's why you might want to consider that. This is a look at the air travel delays that are anticipated as we go through overnight. So we're talking well into those red eyes and those midday flights going into Saturday. The areas that you see that are dotted in the yellow and also the red are what you want to pay attention to for problems. And then same thing, reds, yellows, but there's a lot more of them on Saturday. And yep, we could still have a lot of big time delays even outside the zones, seeing ice and snowfall. Heavy rain, severe weather prospects moving across the southeast, that will also cause backups. Major hiccups, however, going into Sunday across the northeast because we've got a big glob of ice and snow to deal with, plus wind, and then brutally cold after that. If you get stuck there, grab your layers.
Yeah. You don't want to be stuck at the airport for hours because the plane was, just sitting there waiting. Because it gets delayed an hour, then it gets delayed 2 hours, then it gets delayed 4, and then eventually it's canceled because of the weather. That's why usually they would just cancel it right away. Like, you know what? Not worth it. It's not. It's a mess. So let's see. So there is a comment about another weather YouTuber apparently. And people that are watching later, I think the chat replay still works. I've never heard of this channel, but I guess if you want, you could take a look, but if not, oh well, it's fine. But yeah, so that has been your forecast. So, well, that's basically everything at the moment. It's gonna be a bit messy, so just be prepared for that. And of course, the power outages, that will probably be widespread. So just be careful. Have a rechargeable battery, that's for charging your cell phone back up. So just a thought. So anyway, that has been your live stream. Well, like this video if you thought it was good. Subscribe if you want to see more. Make sure the bell icon is on for notifications. I will see you actually Friday, and I think before that, since I'm doing a report, I was going to surprise you, but I'm doing a report throughout the storm, since it's been a while since my last one, where I go out in the storm and and then I'll probably post that by Sunday. So yeah, you'll have to look at that when that's out. So see ya. Bye.